Let me start with a story. There was once a humble carpenter named Samson who lived in a quiet town. He wasn't the most famous artisan in the city. In fact, while others were advertising everywhere and trying to win big government contracts, Samson focused on one thing: building heirloom-quality rocking chairs for new mothers. People laughed at him. They said, "Why not make tables, cabinets, kitchens? Don't limit yourself." But Samson knew something they didn't. He talked to them, listened to their stories, and then he poured all that emotion into his craft. Midwives referred him. Hospitals recommended his work. Families passed his chairs from mother to daughter. And one day, a global parenting brand heard his story and partnered with him to launch an international line based on his design. His marketing was simple. His designs were consistent. His work was art with empathy. He understood that in a world of mass production, a handcrafted rocking chair that lasted generations would matter more to a specific kind of buyer. He didn't try to sell to everyone. He learned about his audience, the fears and desires of new mothers. Because when you know exactly who you're building for, you'll never have to beg for attention. Your impact will speak for itself. Compare that to a personalized email sent to a carefully selected group of people who actually need your product. I believe the lie that the more visible I became, the more successful I'd be. I spread my content thin across every channel. I attended every networking event. I tried to make everyone happy with my offer. But what happened? I got attention but not traction. That's the difference between vanity and value. Popularity strokes your ego. Precision feeds your business. I got likes but not loyalty. My message was diluted, and I found myself constantly adjusting to trends rather than building timeless value. I was aiming for popularity and missing the power of precision. It sounds great on paper, but in execution, it leads to confusion, fatigue, and watered-down results. Who is everyone? And how exactly do you help them grow? Now imagine the same agency says, "We help personal finance coaches attract high-paying clients using automated webinars." Instantly, the second message speaks clearly to a specific audience with a clear solution. The result? Higher quality leads, more trust, and more conversions. When you're trying to appeal to everyone, you often end up resonating with no one. Am I trying to serve too many people at once? You don't need the world, you just need the right people. Customers want to feel like you understand them, not like you're trying to sell to the masses. The other says, "We help busy working moms lose stubborn belly fat in 20 minutes a day using meal prep plans and low-impact workouts." Which one do you think will get better results with that target audience? The second. Not because it's better, but because it's clearer. Everyone knows who the business is for and what the transformation is. That alignment is how companies grow from chaos to cohesion. And in a world full of noise, the one who understands wins. It shows they understand exactly who they're speaking to and what outcome they're promising. When your business feels like it was built just for them, they respond with loyalty and advocacy. And loyalty always beats volume in the long run. But scalable success isn't just about expansion, it's about replication. And replication only works when your systems are built around specific customer journeys, not vague assumptions. This is not just a cute quote, it's a principle that makes or breaks businesses. Clarity is what converts interest into income. You can only write compelling content and create efficient workflows when you know who you rate targeting and what they need at every stage. When you have a defined niche, you can track what works, test new strategies with control groups, and gather feedback that actually matters. Sales reps can close more because they are not pitching to everyone, they are pitching to someone. When you can confidently articulate who your business serves, how you serve them, and the data that backs up your model, people are more willing to invest. Nobody wants to throw money at a vague idea, they invest in clear models that solve real problems for specific people. Customer support can resolve faster because they know the common frustrations and objections. Pick a niche, build a process, measure results, refine the system, and then scale that system. That's how you build something that lasts, not by chasing more, but by building better. Marketing becomes more cost-effective because ads target the right eyeballs, not random clicks. You have to entertain, impress, and chase applause. And in doing so, you drift further away from your true audience. They build for a very specific type of customer, those who value design, simplicity, and status. They're not the cheapest. They're not trying to win every market. But they dominate their space with ruthless precision. And that focus is what allows mastery, depth, and eventually, dominance. You don't grow by going wide first, you grow by going deep. Deep in value. Deep in understanding. Deep in transformation. You become a brand built for attention instead of a business built for transformation. In a world chasing virality, choose to build with clarity. Because what's popular today is forgotten tomorrow, but what's precise is remembered, repeated, and referred. They become forgettable, confused, pulled in 10 different directions. And eventually, they fade. Because the truth is, you can't be everything to everyone and still be excellent. Growth becomes strategic, not accidental. Scaling becomes systematic, not chaotic. One viral post, a trending topic, or a surge in likes can make you feel like you've made it. But the real question is, can you repeat it? Can you sustain it? Because attention without alignment is empty. If your followers are there for entertainment, but your offer is built on education, they won't buy. It aligns your message with your mission. It helps you stay consistent even when the market shifts. Because you're not swayed by the crowd, you're anchored in your core audience. Your business becomes resilient, not reactive. If your message is built on trends but your mission is built on truth, you'll lose direction. Can it feed your business, your family, your team for years to come? One client wants this, another wants that, and soon you're customizing every offer and burning out your team. But when your audience is tightly defined, you can build processes that anticipate needs, streamline delivery, and save you time and money. When you're precise about who you're helping and how, your message hits the heart like an arrow. People don't buy products, they buy solutions to their specific problems. McDonald's didn't scale because they made the best burgers, it scaled because they made predictable burgers. The secret wasn't in the beef, it was in the process. And processes are built on repeatable experiences for well-defined customers. And when you can describe their problem better than they can, they trust you to solve it. Amazon started by just selling books. Facebook was originally for Harvard students. Nike began with track shoes for Oregon runners. They mastered their niches before expanding. Trying to start big without depth is like pouring water into a leaking bucket. It gives you the ability to step into your customer's world, speak their language, and present your offer like it was designed just for them. That connection cannot be built with broad or vague messaging. The clearer you are, the more confident your customers become. Clarity builds trust. Trust builds loyalty. And loyalty builds scale. Precision ensures your foundation is strong before you build higher. Your first priority should not be being seen, it should be being understood. Can your ideal customer land on your page or hear your pitch and instantly say, "This is for me"? If not, you don't have a popularity problem, you have a precision problem. That's because people don't connect with general ideas, they connect with specific solutions that feel personal and relevant. The more you refine your offer, your message, and your market, the easier it becomes to scale. Why? Because you're not wasting resources talking to the wrong people. Every dollar, every hour, every ad, every post works harder because it's directed with intention. The numbers don't lie, attention doesn't automatically translate to conversion. 1 million views without a buying audience is just noise. In fact, many business owners burn out trying to please the crowd, rather than serve their niche. And real solutions are found when businesses stop trying to speak to everyone and start talking directly to the people who need them the most. Precision is not a limitation, it's a liberation. It frees you from the endless chase of likes, trends, and comparisons, and allows you to build deep, lasting impact. Years passed. While others closed shops or rebranded a dozen times, Samson became a quiet legend. Samson became a millionaire. Not by being everywhere but by being precise. He chose depth over noise. Connection over clout. Purpose over popularity. It is not about having 10,000 people who kind of like your business, it is about having 100 who absolutely love it, buy from you consistently, and tell others. That is how movements begin. That is how sustainable brands are built. You see, true success doesn't shout, it resonates. It flows from a heart that understands its value and a mind that builds with intention. So, my friend, choose precision. Define your audience. Own your lane. Master your message. In the end, it's not about being known by everyone. It's about being needed by the right ones. The key to achieving scalable success is found in this principle. In today's marketplace, we are told to be everywhere, post daily, be on every platform, scream your message at the top of your lungs, and go viral or go home. From influencers with flashy lifestyles to startups chasing media coverage instead of actual customers, business has become a game of who's loudest, not who's most effective. But here is the truth they don't tell you: popularity does not pay the bills, precision does. Think about this: billboard on a highway is seen by thousands of people every day, but how many actually take action because of it? There was a time when I fell for the trap. Precision means clarity. It means focus. It means understanding who you serve, why you serve them, and how you can solve their specific problems better than anyone else. Let's flip the question: would you rather have 1 million followers and no sales, or 100 clients who each spend $10,000 per year with you? The market is crowded, yes, but it's also hungry for real solutions. Number 2. The myth of more, why broad isn't better. One of the biggest myths in business today is the idea that more is always better: more followers, more exposure, more offerings, more demographics. Let's take an example. Imagine you run a marketing agency, and your tagline is, "We help everyone grow." What does that mean? Broad messaging may get you more eyeballs initially, but precision builds a brand that sticks. Business is not a popularity contest, it's a problem-solving mission. And solving problems requires clarity, not clutter. In fact, precision doesn't mean thinking small, it means starting sharp. If you feel like your business is shouting into the wind, step back and ask, am I being clear about who I serve? Am I speaking their language? Number 3. Clarity converts, speaking directly to your ideal audience. There's a saying in marketing: when you try to speak to everyone, no one hears you. Imagine to businesses selling fitness programs. One says, "We help you get in shape fast." That's the power of precision. Too many entrepreneurs waste time refining their logos, tweaking their websites, and chasing followers instead of getting laser focused on their audience's pain points. This clarity also empowers your team. It helps your marketers write better ads, your salespeople close more confidently, and your support staff serve more effectively. Precision doesn't limit you, it positions you. It positions you as the expert, the trusted guide, the one who gets it. Number 4. Scaling smart. Systems love specificity when it comes to scaling a business. Many think it's about doing more products, more services, more locations. Let me explain. Every great system is born out of a clearly defined problem and a clearly outlined solution. If you don't know who you're serving, it's almost impossible to build repeatable processes. Automation thrives on precision. Your funnel, your email sequence, your customer onboarding, all of these work best when they serve a clear avatar. It's also easier to measure growth. Even your team performance improves. And guess what? Investors, partners, and collaborators respect clarity. If you want to scale, start small, but go deep. Number 5. Popularity is temporary. Precision is timeless. The trap of popularity is that it's addictive and fleeting. Here's the danger: popularity is often based on performance, not purpose. It demands that you constantly be on. That's why so many creators burn out. That's why influencers with huge followings often struggle to monetize their audience. On the other hand, Precision builds a brand that lasts beyond the noise. Think of Apple. They don't try to reach everyone. Now contrast that with a brand that chases every market, every price war, every demographic. Precision gives you the freedom to say no, to filter opportunities, to stay focused. In a culture obsessed with being liked, choose to be aligned. Build for the few who need you deeply. That's how you earn the many who will follow genuinely.